Okay, so we're now to the part of the class where we get to download and install Python, the Python environment, the Python language into our Windows machine. And I specifically say Windows machine because if you have a Macintosh, this Python may already be installed in your machine. You can drop into the terminal and check to see if it's installed. Otherwise, I'm assuming that you're running on Windows. If you have a Macintosh and you need help, please let me know. Shoot me an email. In the meantime, let's do this for the PC. There's a link at the bottom here, the assignment. It says where to get it, python.org. We're going to go there and see the page. It's got lots of information. This actually has its own environment where you could run code online, but we'll do that in other places. Here we're interested in downloading the Python code to run the language in our machine. I'm going to go into the downloads and see that it shows me that currently 3.9.5 is the latest version. I'll click on that and I'll put it into a folder where I know I can find it. It detected that I have a 64-bit machine, so I'm getting the 64-bit version. From now on, really all software that's produced out there for modern machines will be 64-bit. If you have an older machine, you might need to get a different version. If you need help with that, please contact me via email and I'll help you. I'll save it. I'll follow the download. It opened up in faraway place. It's over here, and let me double click to install it. I usually download programs into my desktop, but I was able to find that pretty quick. So we're going to be installing the 64-bit version of Python 3.9.5, and select install now to install Python with default settings or choose customized installation. So I'm not going to customize the installation. I'm going to just tell it to dump it into the proper folder that's already selected. It will install a launcher for all users. And very important here, I'm going to add Python 3.9 to the path. That way, when I drop into the terminal, I drop into PowerShell or I drop into the command line, the PC knows where it is. And I guess I still have to, oh no, there you go, install now. I did this in class too. I say yes to accept, and here we go. It's setting it up. It's giving me verbose documentation, which would be nice if I could remember all of this, but that's okay. I'll just wait. Shouldn't take too long. So actually it gives you a link here for online tutorial in case you want to learn more about Python. The whole documentation is there. In your terminal, you will type py to launch Python or search Python in your start menu. See what's new, etc. That's up to you. I'm going to close now. What I am going to do though is go to my Windows menu, bottom left here, and recently added, it's showing me, it says that install the Python module documentations, manuals, etc. I'm interested in this program, idle, Python 3.964-bit. So idle is the development environment. I'll click on that to open it, move it down here so that you can see it, and all that idle is, the idle shell, it's just it's a text editor for you to write code, just like we have done before in the Python notebooks in Google, or we will do later maybe in REPL. The shell is just something for you to write some code. The chevrons here indicate that that's where the code goes. That's where you're going to be typing stuff. If you want to test your code, you can do something as simple as print, open parentheses, hello world. Why not? Close the parentheses and the quote, and enter and run it. Hello world. Great. So unfortunately, that's all that's going to do in idle if that's all you wanted to do. Since we want to save programs as we go along, I'm going to click on File, say that to create a new file. Another window opens. I'll make it fit here. And then give it some commands. I'll say print, open parentheses, hello world. And another line that says print, well, there's that double quote again. I'm going to say double quote. I should stick to double quotes. I'm using idle to write Python code. Close the quote, close the parentheses. Now, this file is currently untitled, and I want to run it just to check it to see what it does. I have the run option, and I'll get this this shortcut. If I press the function 5 key, it will run the menu. But if I just click it, it will also do the same thing. I'll press that, but it needs to be saved in order for it to run. I'll click OK, find a place to save it. I usually put all my things in my OneDrive. You can put it on your desktop or in a flash drive, wherever it is that you know you can find it. So I can go to my El Centro. I'm in the summer class for 1429, and here I'll create a new folder, and I'll just say py code. So that inside of this folder, I'm going to save this with the file name hello, actually 01 hyphen 02, 0102, I'm getting a little confused here, hyphen or underscore hello. So the first unit, the second program, hello, the program will actually add the .py extension, and I'll click save. Now that it's saved, it runs, and you can run it again and again for as long as you want. You can click run. You can come back and edit it. You can say I want to have another print command after that. I just copied that one with Control C and say this is a third line of text. Say run. Save it again, click OK, and I get my program running. And now that this is saved, I can go back into my assignment, click on the name of the assignment, scroll down to browse local files, and find the file that I just saved. I have it here in it went back to my ITSC 1429 folder, and I have the py, the py code, and there's hello.py. Click on open and then submit to submit your file. If you want to put any comments here, if you're still working on it, have an error or something, that will let me know that I can expect it later. Click on submit and you're done. And now Python is installed in your machine. You can write and execute Python code, and more importantly, you can save it in your hard drive and you can turn in assignments.